You fought in Poland a few times before. How has the fan reception been for you this time around?
I absolutely love fighting in Poland, and I've faced many Polish fighters in the past. The experience is a lot more enjoyable this time. Some of the previous cards I fought on, they were so small, and the towns were so small. I mean, after one weigh-in, I had to eat kebab because there was nothing else available. But you know, those things, they never faze me. It doesn't matter. Even if you don't give me any food, I'll walk in there ready to kill.
So you're very famous for you will fight whoever is put in front of you. You face Andre Fili this Saturday. What are your thoughts on that fight?
It's a good fight. It's a fight that's been, in the works for a very long time. So I'm happy to finally get my hands on him. He's a good fighter. He comes forward. He's aggressive. He's a striker. Even though he comes from a wrestling team, well, we're gonna put on a show for the fans.
And obviously, it's been a very busy summer for you. You've been over in Las Vegas helping Conor McGregor, face Floyd Mayweather in boxing. Has it been good to just get back to SPG and get back to what you know and do some MMA training?
Absolutely. As much as I love being away, I just absolutely love coming home. It's just a great feeling. I love being there. Don't get me wrong, after a day I'm there, just like everyone, I start complaining about the weather and saying, get me out of this fucking place, but I absolutely love it. So when I'm at home, in Russia we say, when you're at home, even the walls help you, and that's exactly how I feel back there, so it was great.
And do you feel like it benefited you? Because obviously, you were there for quite a while helping Conor McGregor for the boxing bout. Do you think that's, benefited you in terms of doing that amount of boxing training and then going back into an MMA camp?
Absolutely. As an MMA fighter, it's very hard to find the time to concentrate on just one discipline. You always have to go between everything: wrestling, striking, grappling, kickboxing, boxing. So to be able to just take one discipline and isolate it from everything else, I felt it to be very, very beneficial, and I feel more ready than ever.
And how would you break this fight down Saturday night? How do you think it's going to go?
I tell you what, this one fight alone is worth that ticket price. So you're going to have a great show.
So you're already thinking about you winning this fight. Do you know how you're going to win this fight? Do you think there's some hole in the games of Philly that you're going to try to exploit?
I'm not sure if there's any holes in his game, but there's certainly going to be a hole in his fucking head after I'm done with him.
Honestly, you never have a shortage of fighters calling you out. There is always somebody. You've said that you want to fight again in as early as November, that you actually said. Can you tell us a bit about that call-out? Because I think it was Zabit that you called out.
I want anyone and everyone, one by one or all at once. And that guy was the one that said my name first. And I said it back in September that I will be ready to go in November. And my word is like a diamond. It's unbreakable. If I said it, I'll be there.
And obviously, speaking of other call-outs, Tony Ferguson, he called out your teammate Conor McGregor. Obviously, Paulie Malignaggi, he has now come out and said that there was a fight in the works for him and Conor. As a teammate, what are your thoughts on what would you prefer to see? Would you prefer to see Ferguson, Diaz, or would you prefer to see the boxing bout?
But I don't really see any other fight other than Ferguson. The only other fight to me that would make sense for Conor to take rather than Ferguson would be a rematch with Mayweather. If that fight was on the card, then fair enough, that would make sense. But for now, some kid has this fake belt around his waist. Conor needs to go and make that right. Show them who the real champ is.
And speaking of other predictions, we've got another big one. We've got GSP versus Bisping. What are your thoughts on that fight, and who do you think will take it?
It's very hard to give a prediction on that one. GSP has been missing from the game for a very long time, and who knows what he's been up to. He could have been working really hard in the gym, and he is an absolute animal now, even better than, let's say, he was before. Or he could have been taking it easy, and he's nowhere near the level that he used to be before. No one can give you a good prediction for this fight. We have to see this one play out, and then if he is to have another fight, I'll be able to give you a prediction then.
What about the ladies? We've got Joanna Jędrzejczyk versus Rose Namajunas. What are your thoughts on that one?
In my opinion, honestly, Rosa is an absolute animal, but I feel this fight might be a little bit too early for her. I would have liked her to see, maybe take another fight or two, because she's improving hugely from fight to fight. You can see the improvement. So if you just give her a bit of time, she will be able to, take on Joanna and give her a very solid matchup. But I think right now, she's still a little bit green for Joanna. And I don't mean no disrespect there. So I would have to go with Joanna in this one. But nevertheless, Rose is an absolute warrior. She is as tough as they come. So it's going to be a good fight, that's for sure.
final question for me. It looks like every time you have an interview, the name Conor McGregor comes up. When do you think is going to be the time that it's going to be Hammer time and not Conor McGregor time?
I don't really mind. I absolutely love it. You know, that man has done so much for me. You know, I can talk about him for days.
Well, thank you very much and good luck on Saturday night.
Thank you.